Hello, everybody. It's me, your worst nightmare, Jeff May, and welcome to another episode of Unsealed and Revealed, a terrific Taco Tuesday edition. Thank you very much. Are we clapping? Is everybody clapping? We're not.
Even Rob's clapping.
Yeah, I get it. I like that. Yeah, I am your host, Jeff May, and with me, as always, I have our resident six-scale enthusiast slash expert, the man that drew first blood himself, Guy Klender. Guy, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm very excited to get to show this one off. This is a really neat figure.
I am very, very excited about this, and you and I both prepped for this one, and I'm
yes,
very
we did.
And of course, now we have the Green Beret of moderators himself, the man who survived the war by becoming a war, our very own Rob on the ones and twos, and he'll be taking your questions, comments, and concerns throughout all the live channels. Everybody give a big welcome to Rob. This is his first episode with us.
Welcome, Rob.
Rob, you can say
Hi,
something. There it is. I'm going to be shy about it. No, man, we all have microphones. It's
stoic.
He's like too busy trying to come up with like Rambo quotes. He's like, oh, he's something that'll make a billy goat puke. No, that's not good. Now today, you may have heard me drop the reference already, but we are going to be looking at the John Rambo 6-scale figure by Threezero from the film Rambo III. Side note, this has the previous record of being the most violent film of all time. Guinness approved. So that being said, I'm very excited about that. Now, just like before, you're going to want to stay to the end of the show for our new segment called Guess the Reveal. I like that you got involved in that one, Guy. So we're going to prompt you to guess what figure we'll be featuring on our next episode. The first person to get it right, that Rob sees, by the way, and that's very important that I establish that it has to be that it is in Rob's feed that it goes through there because it's all different when people see it. But they will get the Figure Fantasy book featuring action figure photography. We absolutely love this book. It's one of our favorites, and I love the fact that we get to give it away. Now, just a reminder that the giveaways are for U.S. residents who are 18 or older. We're sorry. That's just how international giveaway laws work. Don't yell at us. It's not our fault. Make sure you read the terms and conditions at side.show/contest for more. Now, as you can see, Guy is in the studio today, or in the hills of Afghanistan.
Yeah. We're shooting on location today.
Well, that being said, as much as it is visibly in Afghanistan, Guy is actually safe in the studio. Everybody in the studio, such as super producer Sam, producer Alan, and Chris, are all there, but they are within. They are more than 6 feet away. They are all wearing masks. Everybody is being safe. They are keeping their social distances. Distances? Is that right?
Yeah.
Keeping social distance. Yeah, that works. And as always, we do our best to ensure the good health of ourselves and others, and we hope that you are too. Now, we are going to get started with this piece real soon. It is an absolutely gorgeous piece, and something that we haven't seen in a while. We don't often get the straight up action stars.
Exactly.
So let's crack open a different part of my childhood.
Yes.
Let's have you go for it, bud.
All right. This is a very fun and exciting figure. We got a lot to cover on him, and please ask us any of the questions that you have on it. We're going to jump over to our overhead camera and start with what we're looking at on the box. Got some great artwork. This is that reminiscent of the 80s movie posters in that painted style.
Is that the poster that they've sort of transplanted into?
It is in the style. Yes, it's poster style. And yes, one of the variants of the posters that we saw. You do see the Rambo III. Now, this is a magnetic front closure, okay? But I'm also just going to lift this so you can see that the letters are a foil on there.
Oh,
and
cool.
There you go. Good.
Those are
God would have mercy, John Rambo.
Guy, that color is called First Blood Red.
Yeah, there we go. First Blood Red. But as you can see, you hit it into the light.
Oh, God would have mercy. John Rambo won't.
Yes. You get those.
That's a great quote that Colonel Troutman delivers, the wonderful Richard Crenna.
On the side, you have the arrows and his bow, which were so iconic. On the back, you get more of the writing. First was himself, second for his country. It's time to save his friend. All right.
Yeah, I like is that I was gonna say because the image of Rambo in the back, I don't know if it's the way the light is hitting, but it seems like it's a little bit darker and almost like a light silhouette.
It is a black and white. It is done more like a painting in a slightly loose quality. Which is just kind of a fun that they did there. And one of his other weapons from the film, the rocket launcher right there. As I told you about the magnetic closure of the front, there is our figure, and on the inside you do get to see your worst nightmare. And again, with the foiled letters here, John Rambo, Rambo III, and the window panel. Okay, I'm going to open up the figure and we'll get playing.
I'm wondering too, and shout out in the chat if you are similar in age to me, if you ever had the Rambo toys based off of the film property as well as the cartoon property that existed at that point in time, because people sometimes forget Rambo had himself a Saturday morning cartoon.
There was a Saturday morning cartoon. I don't know. I don't remember a breakfast cereal, but you know.
I mean, they were two steps away. I mean, Rambo was a cultural phenomenon, and certainly indicative of sort of the 80s American experience for sure. And to see him in there, look at that. Look at how shredded he is, huh?
I mean, this was Stallone at his biggest and most ripped when he was hitting these.
I would say definitely a good sort of like when you think of Rambo, I think we oftentimes, this is the image that we get in our head, the sort of slightly poofier hair that he had, that sort of like that later 80s hair, the extra shredded and the scars and everything like that. And this really knocks it out of the park. I'm really excited about it.
Exactly. So let's talk about what you have in your top tray here. You're going to have his necklace that he gets actually in the second film with the jade that he wears, and we are going to put that on there later. You have your assortment of hands, particular ones for holding the weaponry, a specific one for holding the bow and arrow. You have his watch set to 2 p.m. You have the explosive detonator. This is amazing. We're going to take a look at the close-ups. His satchel, and then his soft-sided quiver that'll be on there, and then the figure himself. So what I'm going to do is move the figure up over on our turntable here. While I do a little bit more as far as unpacking some of our weaponry.
God, he just looks really great already. I as much as being on a glowing platform, I'm trying to think about how that would process in the Rambo world, that he would be standing on a glowing platform.
Yeah.
But yeah, that really certainly does sort of capture the vascular experience that Stallone was sort of portraying in Rambo 3. And I did watch the film yesterday, and you did as well.
Yes, we discussed wow, Molotov cocktails on horseback. I mean, you can't.
Taking out helicopters with a bow and arrow is an impressive feat.
Yes.
I am very, very impressed with that.
It definitely is. I am really impressed, and Sam's going to do a close-up here on the portrait. Really, really impressed with the portrait and with the head sculpt that we have on here.
Oh, look at that intensity in his face.
He has that intensity in the eyes, the kind of light, I'm going to say a 3 o'clock shadow. It's not quite the 5 o'clock shadow, but that darkness of the hair on the chin there. Yeah. Look at the sculpt that we've got going on with that 80s style hair that we talked about. Obviously, this has been created in a number of pieces, but those seams are not really detectable, and they do allow for a lot of movement. And then underneath, we do have...
I'm going to ask the question that's probably already in there. Is that wired?
Is this one here wired? It is not. This is a loose. Okay.
It's interesting to the sculpted hair, the way that works. It's very interesting because John Rambo in Rambo 3, it doesn't go all the way down as opposed to say like an Aquaman.
Correct.
It does cut off exactly where it is, and they really did nail that pull.
Yes. Now, something that they've done with this figure here, he does have a brief little instruction sheet as well as a warranty sheet. But what it's going to talk about with on there is that you have an exchangeable ball joint. It's referring to it as far as the neck joint itself. Out of the box, this actually does come with the longer one. To me, I like the way this looks. Okay, but it does have a shorter one. They have this one here, the longer, if you want to put the military jacket on them. And so that way the hair is a little bit higher up on there and you're not going to have that rub as you move them. But this, as far as a even higher up like that, I like it. I like where it is. I thought for sure it was going to come with the shorter peg, but this is the extended peg. On there, I love the eyes. I love the stoic look on him. This is very much John Rambo. But the thing to then talk about is this is a shirtless character, and let's take a look at that skin tone. Okay.
I not only the tone, but the scarring.
They nailed the scarring. That was something that I did some screen captures like this to see how they did the veining and the scarring. Did they get it right? Not only did they get it right, they also did it where he has that bit of suntan, the bit of out in the, his skin was a little tanner in the movie, but yet the scars were that lighter color, and they have done that here as well. Okay.
Yeah, they definitely, the physique of, because here's the thing, and it's something that can be said for most things, is like it would be very easy for a 6-scale company to use uniform body.
Correct.
Most, you wouldn't really be like, oh, that Chris Evans is different from that Chris Pratt. Nobody pays that close attention. This like nails Stallone's physique, even to that sort of like the uneven ab muscle.
Yep.
That you see off to the side. And that to me, and I know that seems like something that is kind of silly, but if you look at it, that sort of mid abdominal muscle being uneven, that's such a unique thing to Stallone's physique, and they nailed it. I love it.
Exactly. It is a very, very unique style. Now this is that soft rubberized skin over it, not only in the chest area here and along the back, but also done over the arms. And we're going to look at that a little bit in articulation and what that does, but it's a pretty impressive thing, because this is not, if it was just a hard plastic, it'd be a different look completely. This has a very, very skin tone look. Now, most people are probably going to want to have this character shirtless. However,
I mean, who among us, Guy?
Exactly. However, you do have two other options. Okay, he does come with his military jacket. That's going to be in that lower tray. And as you can see, just like what they've did on the pants and everything else, it has been dirtied. Okay, it has been weathered.
Speaking of dirty pants, I'm going to talk to Rob in a second. For those of you that are just joining us, we are taking a look at the John Rambo from Rambo 3 6-scale figure by Threezero. Very excited to take a look at this piece. One of my absolute favorite characters. Now, Rob, do we have any questions, comments, or concerns that we in the chat that we are not going to be? We're going to be going.
Yeah, it looks like Todd Winkler on YouTube wants to know if the eyes have any movement.
Do we have any eye movement, guys?
Is it a parallel eye roll? No, it is not. Okay, this does not have the eye movement. If again we go with a close-up on that, you are going to see that it has that slight upward kind of glance. Okay, I got to hand it.
That Rambo, I'm going to blow up your helicopter with my bow and arrow.
With my bow and arrow. Okay. Now, as far as an articulation point that it's going to allow to have the look a little straight, I had the head a little up. This is more of a chin straight forward.
Yeah.
All right, when you do that, so it is more of a straight on look. It is going to be the ball jointed head, but you also have the underside neck joint as well. All right, so if I'm going to have him looking up through the banks. But you have that as well. All right, so that's another articulation point to discuss and how it works. And as you can see, when you do it, what's neat about that is not having any joint down there around the neckline. Okay, that's pretty unique.
I do like that. So real quick, producer Alan said we can give this away. Like,
hey, such a giving guy. I love that.
how tan I'm not compared to this Rambo, by the way. Thank you, Ringlight, for highlighting my pasty abilities. Let's give it away. I want to give this away. We went off script last time and gave away that Venom pool. So let's gonna go on script. Producer Alan has told us that we can give this away. The only sad part about this, I can't win it. But you, if you are watching, absolutely can. So we are going to have a Gleam contest set up, and Rob is going to put that available by dropping the Gleam link in a second. So don't worry, everybody that is paying attention, you will have a chance to win this. Poor Rob, we threw him out of the frying pan and into the fire. He is figuring how to get this information to you, but we will get it. Don't you worry. That's going to be there. And Rob, just so you know, you're doing great. But we will have that thing just go to side.show/Rambo Giveaway. And again, that's side.show/Rambo Giveaway. You're going to go there for the Gleam, and that is going to be relayed to you across all the social chats in a second. But if you are watching and you can hear, that is side.show/Rambo Giveaway to enter the Gleam contest, and you will have some minutes. Some minutes.
So enter now.
Minutes. So for those of you, I know it's been dropped on Instagram and Facebook. So on YouTube, and I don't even know. Are we on like LinkedIn and stuff? What are we? Are we on Friendster?
We're on all of those things.
But yeah, we definitely want to make sure that you check this out. And again, it's side.show/Rambo Giveaway. This, we did have permission from the boss to put this out there and give it away. So this is not Jeff.
Jeff's just getting wild.
This is not Jeff and Guy having a talking to after the show.
Brief lecture.
And we will announce this at the end of the show. So yay, that's exciting. Now that being said, looks like we got that out of the way. So Guy, show me that lat spread.
All right, yes. Take a look at that. So this is our back view, but I also want you to see the military pants that he has, and of course how they've been weathered. Does have the belt around there, and then on the side, we're going to raise our arm up here. We do have that famous knife.
There it is. Also, and I did want to add, because I did not mention this before, but the giveaway is for U.S. residents 18 or older, and that is due to international giveaway laws, and that's not something we can control. So there you go.
Correct. Also, on our lower boot there, you see that he has yet another blade, okay, tucked into the straps. They've done that incredible dirt and dust around the boot.
What's around the leg?
There we go. See that a little better?
Yes, sir.
All right. And that is a removable blade as well. Okay. So I've got two of his blades, and we're going to take a look at those close up. On that, I'm going to move Rambo to the side here, and we're going to talk about accessories, because he does have a ton. First up, his blade. Okay. Has become absolutely famous.
That is the classic. How many of these were sold at flea markets after these films?
Exactly. I love the metallic paint job that they've done to it. Okay, this is plastic. This is not a die-cast piece, but it does have that look.
Really, that is plastic. So that chrome paint job, it's like a weathered chrome.
And they did kind of a weathered chrome. It does, yeah. And that style of paint is done on the smaller blade. As well.
By the way, producer Alan telling me that he himself bought a Rambo-style survival knife when he was in Mexico when he was 13. So
it is interesting. I would be curious in what town, because in 1984, for myself, my family did a cross-country trip. We went to Mexico, and I bought the Rambo knife that they had there as well. Mine had a little compass on the handle and all that. Yes, and that's somewhere in my quote camping gear, because I've used that for something. Had fishing line and everything in it. It was incredible. But he does come with both of those famous blades. Some other small accessories that he's going to come with, and we're going to see if we can even get that as far as a close-up on that. As I told you, he even has his watch set to 2 o'clock. Talk about times. Our explosive.
Oh,
at 9:58. Okay, we have 9 minutes and 58 seconds till this goes off.
That's a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's C4. He comes with 6 scale C4.
He comes with 6 scale C4, but take a look at that. That's not one solid color. That's been given a nice paint wash in order to have that clay-like look. I'm really impressed with how that is. And then on the front, got your 3 colored buttons, and there is a hint of gloss, as you can see, to that reading 958.
I would just like to add just that there's 6 scale C4.
6 scale C4. Anytime you can give me crazy little 6 scale stuff. Another really small one, the necklace. Okay, that he has there. It's kind of a little harder to see. I'm going to see if I can put the tank top there.
The one he got in First Blood Part 2 that he would eventually give to his child soldier friend.
Yes.
The end of Rambo 3.
Exactly. Now we
get back for the cartoon.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I love that we watched the cartoon, the Saturday morning cartoon.
I have it on DVD.
If anybody has it as a breakfast cereal, please let us know. I don't believe they did. Okay, so here we have his quiver. As you can see, those are actually functioning zippers on there and pulls that you can't open.
This is one of those situations where we would advocate being very careful. Whenever you see a zipper on a 6 scale thing, make sure you are as careful as you possibly can.
Exactly. Definitely be incredibly cautious. Snap on the front to hold that closed. And then this can go up and over the shoulder. I will throw that on our figure right now.
One more time, guys. The zippers work?
The zippers are functioning. They do move a little bit.
I
don't.
Like that.
There's not really anything you would put in them, but they've gone that far to actually have them as a functioning zipper. But as you can see, there is slung over like so. Now, because that's his quiver, let's take a look at the bow. Okay, the bow is, before we had Legolas in movies, and before we had Hawkeye in movies, we had Rambo and doing some wild things. As we said, taking out helicopters with him.
Yeah, let me tell you, man, the evolution of the Rambo arrow. Starting and in Rambo, they really ramped it up because in First Blood, he's just kind of like, I'm surviving on my own. And then in Part 2, he's like, now I'm gonna win the Vietnam War on my own.
Yes,
I'm gonna go back and do it. And then in Rambo 3, he's like, I'm taking on the Iron Curtain. With my,
exactly.
And I'm so here for it. You see him because it's like a collapsible compound bow.
Exactly. Now this doesn't actually collapse and go into the quiver. I don't want anybody to do that, even though the quiver opens up and all that. This isn't one that you will collapse. It's delicate and it's not something I would do. What I do want to show you is one of the hands. Okay, you take a look at this one. You see the way in which the fingers are done.
He has we call that in the knocking position. Did I ever tell you that I was an archery instructor?
You were indeed.
Yeah.
And as you can see, those are snug on there.
On the Hawkeye episode, I probably brought that up.
Yes. But I love that it has one for him like that. Of course, you also have the hands that will hold down by the handle aspect. But I do just want you to get a look at how it's done. This is not one solid piece. You can see it's made up of different paint looks and those the movable.
How firm are those strings? Because those are string.
Mm-hmm. What I'm going to do here is I am going to actually pluck one, but I'm going to do it right up by the mic. So you're probably not going to see it, but
okay. So
can you hear that?
Shout out to super producer Sam for getting that.
Yeah,
shot,
way to go, Sam. But you can see, can you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it is snug. They are, I'm going to guess, a nylon. These are not a wire, but they do have a bit of give. Okay. That is, of course, up to you as the person posing it and such, how far you would pull that back. It doesn't really say in here, but anytime you have something like this, you want to be very delicate in those to know that that stretch will be.
If I had this piece, which I would love to win, but I am not eligible for the Gleam Contest, even though I would love to go to side.show/Rambo Giveaway for an opportunity, I am not allowed. But that being said, I would suggest not doing an intense pull on the ball. Like that doesn't seem like, who's that for?
Yeah, exactly. But I do want to show that he has 2 different types of arrows. There are 6 total. There's this one here.
Ooh, so that's very. Oh, that's the explosive tip arrow.
No, the explosive tip.
The little
gold tip underneath.
Oh, yeah.
I will not touch on that.
No, don't do
that. That's your explosive tip. But I am going to load them into the quiver. Down here in the quiver, you're going to see that there are the holes in the lower part, and up top, the lower part is actually for holding the bottom part. And then I, again, want to be delicate with those when you're doing it. So when I'm putting them on there, and they'll hold in like so. That was one of the neat parts I remember as a kid seeing these movies. The way in which his weaponry was always pretty darn wild. So that's
right.
The 2 different. Now I said it holds 4 and you are given 6. Okay, as far as the arrows. And then of course they will line up.
That is such a great, yeah, that's, oof. Careful, Guy.
Okay, I can
read the instructions. They tell you not to explode your
arrows.
Don't
touch the exploding tip. Don't touch the exploding tip, and don't set off the C4. But
so you can draw. I personally would do more of like a knocking the arrow, placing the arrow onto the bow string as opposed to like a pullback aiming situation. But that's so now if those of you that are just joining us, we are taking a look at the Threezero John Rambo from Rambo 3. You can see Guy playing with that amazing compound bow that he used to take out several Soviet helicopters and combatants to help out the brave people of Afghanistan, as the end of the film mentions. Now, Rob, I'm going to ask you if we have any questions, comments, or concerns going from the comments here.
I have 2 questions. JJ Joe on YouTube is asking if the time on the watch can be changed.
JJ, I love that question. No, and thankfully, I'm not pushing the start button on the C4. I don't think that counts down either.
I would say probably not a deal breaker. I hope.
No, hopefully not a deal breaker for you.
It's like, oh, it doesn't. Well, then I'm not.
Yeah. Well, then I'm out. But there we go. Now, I have placed the necklace.
We have another question. Guy, I know you're excited, but you have to shut up and let Rob ask his very important question. Rob, go ahead.
Todd Winkler on YouTube would like to know if the Assault Rifles magazine comes out.
We're on to that. Okay.
We're going to take a look at that assault rifle in a second.
It is Rambo. He's got a lot of weapons. Rob, any others before I jump into the last 2 weaponry pieces that he comes with?
Not seeing any. You should be good to go.
All righty. No. So, easy peg removal for the hand as far as a swap out, but I did put that watch on him. Nice part is that watch does kind of cover up the joint. Okay.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that I noticed, Guy, and I wanted to say that, but with a shirtless figure, this is a minimally visible jointed figure.
Correct. Yes.
Like I was expecting, because we've seen it in a lot of 6 scale figures, because most of them aren't shirtless.
No.
And I was expecting to see more of like the elbow, and I see that there's like the shoulder seams, but this is minimally seamed.
Exactly, and that's what's pretty impressive. And we're going to go over articulation, and you're going to look at kind of how it moves. and works, and we'll answer any of the questions with that. But yes, it is neat to see that kind of covers up the seam. Really, the only seams that you have on this figure are going to be there around the wrist, and of course, using that watch, I've covered up the one on the left hand, and then right up at the shoulder connection point. However, that's kind of a muscular area as well with his big traps and delts, so I'm okay with it being there that way. All right. Now we're leaving him shirtless at the moment, but if somebody has a question on putting on the outfits, we can discuss that as well. But let's talk about his last couple of weapons. Here we go. Every 6 scale figure needs a rocket launcher.
That to me is the spirit of the 80s in military form, is that specific, what was it, like a law rocket system or something?
Yes,
law
the RPG.
And that thing, I've seen that in so many toy versions. And I was so excited that you brought that out, because when he brought it out in the movie, I was like, yeah, the 80s.
Yep.
So it's really fun to see him have this weapon of some destruction ready to go.
Now, as you can see, I was able to move and lift both of the rangefinders as well. All right. They've done a great paint job on this one here. You get that wood grain to the body here that they've done. So I think they made a lot of these out of rosewood, oddly enough. The metal on here in our hand grips, all given a good metallic wash on there. And of course, you need this to fire out of it.
I mean, who doesn't need a rocket-propelled grenade?
Oh, yeah, exactly. And this is going to slide directly into it, and it does lock in.
Oof.
Okay?
Man, that is the spirit of the 80s right there.
Yep. And as I said before, you do have the hands that'll hold like that. Okay, so I'm just going to set that there for now. But pretty darn neat that you can have that in as it has fired, or it's been loaded and ready to.
Yeah, now we need a 6-scale Soviet helicopter.
Yes.
For him to go up against.
Yes, it would be neat if I had a big old helicopter behind me or something like that, but well, we'll see. So let's take a look here at the final piece of weaponry. All right, boom, right there. Again, great weathering and effects. This was, of course, the one that fires bullets as well as also fires out grenades.
Yeah, you can see that grenade launcher at the bottom being pretty intense.
The back does
the stock
rotate
moves,
to the side. Okay, this doesn't completely fold in on itself. It does that 90-degree angle like so. All right. This also does have a lift-up rangefinder there. All right. And now we're going to answer JJ's question. Removable.
Yeah, there it is.
The removable clip. And you can see there the detail of even painting the round inside. Now,
we have seen some very positive details, almost to a point unnecessary, and yet so great.
Now, you say unnecessary, so I'm going to ramp it up and do just one more right here. Before you cock that thing to launch out a grenade, I can remove that piece, sliding it completely off. And inside...
Get the H out of here.
Isn't that crazy? Okay, so you got it.
I want to say this real quick. Shout out to Threezero, because my immediate reaction is, who is this for? And then my immediate answer is, it is for us.
Me.
It is specifically for us. I absolutely love that. What a wonderful little detail in addition to add.
Isn't that wild that is inside the launcher itself? Okay.
I would like to send a special vibe to whoever the project coordinator was for this piece by Threezero, and I'm sure the credits are in there somewhere, either on the box or in the directions or whatever. But the amount of detail just in the firearm alone is just so cool.
Exactly.
What a love, what a passion for the character. obviously.
And again, one of the hands that is your option is the trigger hold.
Yeah. As a reminder, we are giving this away. Somebody's going to get this. If you are an American that is 18 years or older, if you want to head on over to side.show/Rambo Giveaway to enter the Gleam Contest, you still have a couple of minutes to enter. So you might want to get on that because we want you to have this. We want to have this ourselves, but we have to pay money for it. But you can win it. And then if you don't win it, you can also paying money for it.
Exactly.
That was an interesting direction, but man, boy do I love this. This is getting something where I was excited about this, and Guy, we talked about this when spoiler alert, Guy dropped off a jar of marmalade at my house, and we were talking about how excited we were to do this piece. And as we're doing the episode, I'm actually more into it than I was expecting to be.
Yeah, we talked about it because this is just a fun, different figure for us to do. Where I'm really liking what Threezero is doing, and I do want to do a little close up inside the portrait. Okay, I talked about that there are two separate pegs, the longer peg and the shorter peg. If you're going to change the pegs out, okay. What you'll want to do is when you remove it, the peg is probably going to stay attached inside the head. Okay, it'll probably wind up coming from the neck. Now, of course, there are two connection points, so it will release from one of the two. I would use a small needle nose plier and gently pull. Okay, and it'll pop. Okay, and then goes right back on for you to switch those out. They suggest the shorter peg for shirtless poses. Okay, what that'll do is obviously take the hairline down a little bit lower. To me, I was surprised, like I said, when I took it out of the box that I thought it would have the shorter peg, and it did not. It was ready to go, and I like the look of it. Okay, so that is, again, poser's choice, we're going to say.
Yeah, you were saying you've been really digging Threezero, and I agree with you. We were talking earlier about their Walking Dead pieces off camera.
Yeah,
we were doing that, and then producer Alan's like, let's do an episode on the Walking Dead pieces. And so we're actually going to, spoiler alert, I'm just going to put this out there, we're going to have a special episode of Unsealed and Revealed on Thursday, and I think we're going to be taking a look at those. I think producer Alan literally just told me on the text thing here, we're doing a Threezero Walking Dead on Thursday, which is great. So it'll be at the same time, 10 o'clock. And we'll discuss more on that later. I just wanted you guys to know that you are finding out as I am finding out. And I love these surprises. We are Unsealed and Revealed has been like the home for surprises.
It really has.
I really do love this. I love what we get to do here. We're giving away the John Rambo. I was surprised that we even got to do the Rambo and that we're going to get to do the Walking Dead stuff on Thursday. I'm very, very excited about that. So stay tuned because we've got more coming your way. And again, we have that. You might have a couple of minutes to enter that Gleam contest at side.show/Rambo Giveaway. So get that. Go sign up for that. I have a question for you, Guy, about the pants. Those are cloth cargo pants?
Yes, they are a cloth pant, and we're going to get into some articulation now and talk a little bit about how the pants are on the figure, and of course, looking at one of our favorite things, we've yet to really fully dive in to his combat boot. In fact, why don't we do an articulation point on our knee, but in that, let's get a close-up, Sam. I told you I love what they've done with the boot weathering.
Yeah.
Okay, the buckles on the side.
Like Santa.
The dirt.
No, that is not like Santa.
And in addition to the dirt, we have...
Shred.
Boom.
Look at that. We have a smooth boot.
We got a smooth boot.
We've got a smooth boot
on this. But also with that, we're talking articulation point. And we're saying that, okay, we've got almost a full back double jointed knee on that. So you do get a nice solid kick. Because these are a soft pant and all, we're getting quite a bit of movement. Now, I have not removed the pants from the figure. It's not something that I need to do as far as wardrobe. So I'm not exactly sure just how far down the underbody is. But this is it's snug, but I like that it's staying snug as I'm moving the leg. I am able to get a full 90 up out of the waist. Okay. Now that we're at the waist, I want to talk a little bit about that. Okay.
This is the classic Rambo pose that we all remember. Is this image right here?
This looks like
Rambo
he's
with
standing
1
on his
foot
head.
over his own head.
Which is a little strange. I have that off because I do want to talk about that neck joint that we looked at as well. That, of course, you have that. I want you to see what the full upper torso is because this is such a unique kind of look. Okay. As far as our trunk twists and all, this is actually going to be one solid piece. Even though this is the smaller, it is one solid piece.
One of the things that I'm going to make the request, and I know you just put the head back on. I'm going to ask for clothes, too. I'm going to ask for something on him too, because I know he comes with it, and I know we've been taking so much time sort of poring over the specifics of the actual details, something that we haven't spent as much time with. Okay. So do me a huge favor, and let's get him clothed. All right. Put a little maxi on him.
All right. Before we clothe him, I just want to go over the articulation in here. As when we're talking about our torso and our trunk twist, it's actually going to be done down by the waist. Okay. This is where you're going to do your pivots and your moves. It's not going to be done in that midsection.
That looks like a very mobile joint.
It is. It is almost a rolling ball joint style there. As far as other joints, up here on the upper body, is the arms are going to be a ratchet style. Okay, I'm going to put the tank top over him on this one here. Okay, lifting the arms straight up.
This is, again, one of those experiences where we want to say to be careful. Obviously, we always say be careful of the toy, but be careful. This is a tiny little ladies tank top. So you want to be sort of careful and smooth as you're getting there on. Do it in centimeters, as opposed to, just kind of pulling it over like you're trying to dress a toddler. Right. You know how you recklessly dress a toddler?
Well, I don't, but I understand what you mean.
No. I don't know. I've never dressed a toddler.
Okay, so there, we've put that on, and we're going to snap the head back on there. Super producer Sam, cameraman, I think is mildly disturbed by me having him without. Yes,
Guy, I need a jacket. What are you doing to me?
Okay, you want jacket on? Okay.
I want him. I want him ready.
You want him fully clothed. All right.
I do.
Now, before we do that,
what it is because we just saw them. We just saw them out there, and this is an important part of the piece. And I just wanted to make sure that it is visible.
Yes,
that we are there.
All right. Now, before we do that, we're going to talk about the arm articulation because this is also rubberized, and so let's discuss that. Again,
yes,
this is a ratchet, and it's a ratchet up here. The whole arm has an endoskeleton in there, and then this outer skin on there. Okay, so you're hearing that we double ratchet like so. Okay,
that it bends. It handles the bend better than I was expecting. For
it
that
does.
Sort of
it does indeed. Now, as I'm doing it, you can move it and kind of give it a little pinch. Okay, and you, as the poser, of course, decide how far you want to push that.
How would you suggest?
I actually, I probably am going to go with the shirtless. I like the idea of his bow. I will probably be switching out a number of the weapons on the figure. So I have a feeling it's going to be back and forth. This is going to be a figure that I'm going to switch out quite a bit as far as what I'm putting on there. So what I want to do is we're going to put the jacket on. We're going to armor him up. I'm going to let you and Rob have a brief discussion while I do some of that.
Well, perfect, because it is we're at 10:45, so I'm going to say that for those of you that are just joining us, we are taking a look at the John Rambo 6 scale from Threezero from the film Rambo 3. Now, Rob, I'm going to hit you up if we have any questions, comments, or concerns. And I know we are giving this away. I'm not sure if the Gleam Contest is still open, but if it is, you're going to want to head over to side.show/Rambo Giveaway. And if you are a U.S. resident that is 18 or over, you could win this piece. Very excited about that, and I've told that actually is closed. So the giveaway is closed. We will announce the winner at the end of the episode, which is very, very exciting. Rob, do we have any questions, comments, or concerns right now?
Well, it looks like during Guy's awesome posing session, he answered several of the questions. People had the questions about the elbow articulation, as well as the torso articulation. And we had Eduardo wanted to know if you could put the jacket on, please, and he's in the process of that.
I'd say most questions that we get tend to be answered because we are, and I put this very, very greatly, really good at this. But that being said, yeah, if usually posing questions, we will make sure we get covered. But man, some of those, you guys have some great questions, and we are absolutely loving them. I love that jacket that he has there. That's his sort of arriving in Afghanistan jacket, right?
Yes, in his the full black.
And they're like, you're just one person, and he's like, yeah, but I'm Rambo. And they're like, what are you gonna do? And he's like, I'm gonna be Rambo. And they're like, okay, fine.
I think I saw a different cut than you. I don't remember that being the dialogue. However, I do like that dialogue. I'm gonna Rambo.
In prep for this, I watched several Rambo films. I also just really enjoy watching these movies. Sometimes you're like, I want some brutal action with an interesting political backstory. And boy, do we get those in the Rambo films. And I am here for it. Now, as we can see, Guy is giving us a casual look for Rambo here. So that is exciting. We got that there. Look at him. He's like, hey, how you doing?
I've got a rocket, and oh, by the way, I've got this C4. I'm gonna have him checking out Sammy there. Okay, obviously, we're gonna let Terry do a lot of the posing on this because he just has so many options that you have. Okay, for a grip hand. Okay, I've got the right one seems to be his predominant hand of holding weaponry. If you watch the films,
hey Guy, I'm gonna need you to just pose the figure real quick. Just have him standing there with the weapon triumphantly, and then I'm gonna have you move because wait until you see what's behind you.
All right. I'm gonna take the rocket launcher part out just so it's like he just fired it or something. Being all Rambo-y. Now I'm gonna step away.
Go ahead.
Oh, look. Hey, there we go.
Shout out to the production team for bringing us this absolutely glorious movie magic experience that we have here.
Sadly, that was my ride home, but that's okay.
Yeah, I feel like we're good. I feel like you can just drive.
Exactly. You brought it up. I thought it was fun. I love that he does have a little C4, and he does have an open hand, so I can kind of palm have it like that. It's just a very unique little one to have. So that's why I wanted to.
That is an utterly dominant looking piece right there.
Yes.
And it's funny because I remember when I was getting Rambo toys as a kid, and I got the Rambo with the sweatshirt instead of the one with the shirtless one. And I was really bummed because I was like, no, Rambo's supposed to be shirtless. I'm going to be honest, looking at it the way he is right there, I really like the clothing options.
The clothing is a neat option. I think that's something that sets this figure apart, is that there are just so many options, from not only how many options he's going to have with the amount of weaponry that he has, but also the fact that you have a number of different outfits. I can go shirtless, I can go tank top, I can go with this one there. You've got a lot. You've even, one of the other things that he has is his satchel when he first arrives. That's an accessory. Wow, see, so many accessories.
Hey, Guy,
yes.
Real quick, I'm going to need you to clear a little bit of space to your left.
All righty.
Got that because producer Alan is telling me that it's about time to play our favorite game, which is Guess the Reveal.
It is Guess the Reveal. He's done it actually over on our overhead camera, so it's going to be a fun new style.
let me say real quick, when I say go, and only when I say go, if you are the first person to get the correct answer via the information, and Rob, you know the answer, is that correct? He gave me a nod, yes. So Rob knows the answer. So first person to get it right once I say go. This is going to be for next Tuesday, our regularly scheduled episode, not our Thursday episode of Walking Dead. So I'm going to guess that we've already given you a hint, which is don't bother guessing Walking Dead, because I feel like
probably
we covered that.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, I could be wrong. With that being said, I'm going to say go now in the comments. Now, you can start guessing now to see what the next Guess the Reveal is for Tuesday's episode. And again, we do have a Thursday episode that will be featuring the Walking Dead pieces from the 3-0. And producer Alan said this is great, because I have a chat going in my thing, and he said, when I was talking about the surprises and how we get surprises a lot, he decided to give me another one. Guy, we're going to be doing another episode on Friday.
Oh my God. I like how my week is going. My week is turning out really fun.
Well, and I feel like some people are going to be a little bit excited about what.
I don't know what it is. Are you going to tell me?
All I'm going to say is that maybe if you are going to be, I don't know, a fan of The Mandalorian, you might want to tune in, because we're going to be taking a look at the Hot Toys The Child.
We're going 1/1 scale. All right.
So we got a John Rambo on Tuesday. We're doing Walking Dead on Thursday. And then we are doing The Child from Hot Toys on Friday. So that means you get 3 episodes of Unsealed and Revealed. You are guessing the reveal for next Tuesday's episode of Unsealed and Revealed.
We're telling them there's a lot they've got to do right now.
Yeah. Rob, how we doing? Do we have a winner yet for the Guess the Reveal?
We sure do.
We do.
Vanessa C over on YouTube got it.
All right, Vanessa. Now I'm about to figure out what this is. All right, Vanessa, congrats on your win.
Vanessa
and Cap is in the house.
So this is a piece that a lot of people have been waiting for. I look forward to the when does this ship comments that are going to be waiting in. So that'll be next Tuesday. We are going to be taking a look at Captain America from Endgame. This is a piece that we have all been waiting for. And when I say we, I'm not talking about just the people watching. I'm talking about the people hosting. I am so excited that we get to take a look at this. Avengers Assemble, because we are so excited about that. So
I am beyond excited. This is one that I pre-ordered the day it was announced for one accessory alone. It is just that neat.
I when that scene happened, and we'll talk about this next week, I literally stood up and went, "What?"
Yep. We all kind of went, "Woo!"
So we got that going for us. Now, that being said, okay. So Vanessa, don't be congratulations. We are very happy for you. We love that you are such a winner. To claim your prize, make sure you email social@sideshow.com within the next 48 hours, telling us your name, your phone number, your full mailing address, and the prize you won and where you won it. We'll be in contact with you there to get your prize shipped to you. That figure fantasy book is so great. Congratulations to that. Now, we also have something else to give away. How about this Rambo figure? All right. So, Rob, do we have a winner from the Gleam Contest?
We have a winner.
Oh, I like that.
It is Brandon Ross.
Brandon Ross. OMG. Congratulations, Brando Ross. You just won your worst nightmare.
This is fun, Brandon. When you get it, please show us how you pose it, take some pictures, and send them to us. We'd love to see what you did.
I absolutely. Congratulations, Brandon Ross. And again, we're shout out, by the way, and thank you. I would like to take a minute, and I hope you all in the comments are thanking producer Alan for making sure that we can just keep throwing things at you, because this is all him at this point in time. Producer Alan has shown up with, yes, you can give this away. And also we're doing 2 more episodes this week.
Just rolls up in the morning. I think he thinks of this stuff on the drive, and just I'm going to do this.
I don't hate that. I don't hate it. So I'm very excited. This piece so great. And again, final heads up of what this is. You looked at, and we looked at, of course, the John Rambo 6 scale from Threezero from Rambo 3. You are seeing him currently clothed and accessorized, but if you want him shirtless, baby, you know you got it.
Yep. And look at the amount of accessories. It's a turntable full of fun.
I mean, look at that. That is so great. Now, if you're interested in any of our giveaways, because we have a ton, you need to follow us on social so you can keep checking up with all of the stuff that we are giving away weekly, such as at Collect Sideshow on Twitter and at Sideshow Collectibles on Instagram. Now, the latest episode of Sideshow with Jeff May, no big deal, featuring actor Paul Walter Hauser, who you might know him from Richard Jewell, I, Tonya, and he came on my show to talk about his experience filming Cruella, among many other things. He's such a cool dude. An amazing actor. I can't believe I got him, but I did.
He's
Lucky me.
Incredibly fun. I can't wait to listen to that episode.
Tuesdays, every other Tuesday, you get a double shot of Jeff May, and I am sorry about that. Of course, we also have the Comics Hall tomorrow, generally with Amy and Paul. It'll be with Amy and Jasmine. Shout out to Jasmine, one of my absolute favorite people on the planet, will be joining Amy for the Comics Hall. Very excited about that episode too. Guy, I am so excited that I get to spend so much time with you this week.
It's a fun week. And congratulations to our winners today.
Vanessa, and it was Brandon. Is that who?
Yes,
Brandon Rob. Congratulations to both of you. And I also want to say a nice shout out to Rob coming in as our moderator and really knocking it out of the park. Rob, you did a great job.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. It was an absolute pleasure being here with you guys.
I agree. It sure was.
It was your pleasure.
Shout out to Chris and super producer Sam, producer Alan, Rob, Guy, and of course shout out to me. Why not? Make sure you check out all the great stuff we have coming your way. Again, Sideshow did drop. We got the Comics Hall tomorrow, Unsealed and Revealed Thursday, Unsealed and Revealed Friday. And don't forget to hang out with us next Tuesday, where we'll be taking a look at Cap from Endgame. Now, we're going to see you next week at 10 a.m. We're going to see you Thursday at 10 a.m. We're going to see you Friday at 10 a.m. Thank you all for watching. And of course, don't forget to let your geek side show. See you soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.